Today, we're diving into a pretty incredible story of transformation, and it's happening right now in the Indian state of Bihar. There's this massive infrastructure push going on, and it's about so much more than just laying down new roads and bridges. We're talking about a plan to rewrite the state's entire economic future. So let's get into it.
To really get a feel for the scale of what's happening, let's just zoom in on a single, really powerful example. Let's start with a simple question. How much can one road actually change? Well, as you're about to see, the answer is a whole lot.
So think about this. Not too long ago, if you needed to drive from the state capital Patna down to a place called Dobi, you were looking at a trip of about 3.5 hours. That's a pretty big chunk of your day, especially if you're trying to run a business or attract tourism.
Now, let's fast forward to today. That exact same journey, it now takes just over an hour and a half. That's more than a 50% cut in travel time. This isn't just a small tweak, it's a complete game changer for literally everyone who uses that route.
So what's the magic here? It's the newly 4-laned Patna-Gaya-Dobi highway. And believe me, this is way more than just 127 kilometers of fresh pavement. It's a true economic artery. It connects the capital to the legendary Grand Trunk Road, and, maybe most importantly, it gives you smooth, fast access to cultural gems like Bodh Gaya, a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
And this one highway is the perfect example of the bigger picture. See, this isn't just some isolated project. It's a key piece of a massive statewide infrastructure push that's all about creating a genuine network of opportunity.
And the scale of this whole thing is, well, it's staggering. We are talking about an investment of 4 lakh crore rupees, and that's just for roads and bridges across Bihar. A number that big tells you this is a monumental commitment to upgrading the state's connectivity.
And all that money is funding this whole web of critical projects. You've got the Unta-Samaria Bridge, which creates a direct link between Patna and Begusarai. Then there's the new Patna-Ara-Sasaram corridor, which is designed to take the pressure off other busy state highways. Every single one of these is a crucial piece of a much larger strategic puzzle.
And this points to a really important shift. It's not just about building more roads, it's about building smarter ones. Wider, more efficient, and actually designed for modern traffic. The fact that nearly 90% of national highways in Bihar are now double-laned or even wider, that just shows you this modernizing effort is in full swing, and it's getting rid of those old bottlenecks one by one.
But hey, this huge transformation isn't just happening on the asphalt. There's a parallel revolution going on the train tracks and in the skies, creating a truly modern, multi-layered transport network for the whole state.
The investment in railways tells a very similar story of, explosive growth. If you look back between 2009 and 2014, Bihar's average annual railway budget was a little over 1,100 crore rupees. Okay, now look at the budget for 2025-26. It soared to over 10,000 crore. That's a nearly 9-fold increase. It's just a massive injection of resources into modernizing the entire rail system.
And all that funding? It's translating into real progress on the ground. Between 2014 and 2025, an average of 172 kilometers of new railway track were laid annually in and around Bihar. To put that in perspective, that's 2.5 times the pace of the 5 years before that. The speed of development has just accelerated.
And the focus isn't just on the tracks, it's also on the passenger experience. Through something called the Amrit Bharat scheme, 98 stations across Bihar are getting a major facelift. The whole idea is to turn them into these modern hubs with way better access, free Wi-Fi, and upgraded amenities, making them feel like vibrant parts of the city.
So when you step back and look at the total investment, you can really see the integrated strategy here. Roads and bridges get the biggest slice of the pie for sure at 4 lakh crore. But the 1 lakh crore for railways and 2,000 crore for aviation shows this is a really balanced approach. It's about building a truly connected state across all modes of transport.
And if you look to the skies, the expansion is just as ambitious. Patna's got a new terminal built to handle 10 million passengers a year. Darbhanga Airport is now up and running, opening up all new routes. And the upcoming Beta Airport is going to boost regional capacity even more. Okay, so we've seen the new roads, the upgraded rails, the expanding airports. But what's the end game? Where is all of this investment actually leading? This is where we get to the real vision behind this entire transformation.
And this right here is the absolute core of the entire strategy. It was never just about moving people from A to B a little faster. The master plan is to use all this world-class connectivity to turn Bihar into a major industrial and economic engine for all of Eastern India.
And we can already see this vision taking shape. A perfect example is the Gaya industrial node. It's this huge manufacturing cluster being built on nearly 1,700 acres, and it's strategically located right on the Amritsar-Kolkata industrial corridor. It's designed to be a hub for key sectors like food processing and auto parts, and it's already attracting major investment.
And the numbers suggest this whole strategy is really paying off. Since 2011-12, Bihar's state economy has already grown 3.5 times. That's not just a projection, that's real, tangible economic expansion being fueled by this infrastructure boom. And this growth isn't happening in a vacuum. It's being supported by a whole ecosystem of other initiatives. Things like the Purvodaya Plan, which is a national effort to speed up development in eastern states, and even a new Makana board to boost a really important local agricultural product. You add in new power plants for energy security, and what you get is a truly holistic approach to economic development.
So when you put all of these pieces together, the roads, the railways, the industrial zones, a completely new picture of Bihar starts to emerge. And it's one that points towards a very, very different future.
At the very heart of this entire effort is this idea of inclusive growth. The goal isn't just to build cool new things. It's to use that infrastructure to connect people to jobs, to markets, and to brand new opportunities, making sure that the benefits of all of this growth are felt by everyone in society.
There's a statement that just perfectly sums up the entire spirit of this transformation. The vision is for Bihar to become a vibrant hub of modern infrastructure and inclusive growth. It's a dual vision, right? Build world-class infrastructure, but do it in a way that uplifts everyone in the process.
And all of this leaves us with one final, and I think really fascinating question. As all these projects are completed and Bihar keeps up this incredible pace of development, the impact is going to be felt way beyond its borders. We're not just watching a state transform itself, we might just be witnessing the reshaping of an entire region's economy.